So the man may be a aluminum artisan, aluminum fixer, maybe window aluminum fixer. So let's say you have the same challenge as we have on the BOQ. You engage an aluminum man that will come around to come and inspect it to see the extent of the leakages. Or if there's a innovative leak, I'll be able to guide you. So you see, it's putting the sealant in every possible pore. Can you see it?
Okay.
I believe that is clear enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe I can pause inspecting it. You can move on to our own job now, our estimating.
Yes.
So that is sealant.
Oh, my stuff.
Okay.
Don't distract me now. Kilo shele.
Oh, my stuff.
So now, back to our below key. So for us to resolve this, because I call this section interactive section. So I don't want you, I want you to do the installing thing because you are not a novice in quantity surveying. Neither are you a novice in construction. So no, first, what you use is a sealant, silicon sealant. So how do you price this item now? Let me hear from
you. I think I think what should I say the laborer or?
Okay, so the way we go about it is we need to get a sealant, that silicon.
Wait, sir, are we doing it ourselves or we are?
No, you are going to engage a plumber. You are going to engage a aluminum man. Do you get? But what the aluminum man is going to charge you is going to be reflective of the sealant that is going to use. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Like I said earlier, a sealant is about starting from 5,000 naira a year, depending on the window. Depending on the type, on the how many liters do you get? So from 5,005. So the cost of the sealant, let's say 5,005. Then the aluminum man that is going to do it. Let's say the higher charge per day for artisan. Aluminum man, let's say 6,000 naira. So that will give you 11,500 naira for that service. But another thing is you need to actually visit the site if possible, and if it's not possible for you to visit the site, then you have to do some reasonable assumption. Because to a sealant, let's say a pack of sealant, how many square meter, how many windows will you be able to do with that? So you need to be able to ascertain that. So these are based on findings. One sealant, you can see what is applying is not much. So in worst case scenario, a sealant should be able to do one window. Yes. Even this big window that is very long and big, I'm not too sure you'll be able to finish one sealant. Do you get? So it may probably use one sealant for more than one window. So if you want to get the actual cost and you want your estimate to be reliable, that is how you go about it. So that is how to resolve that. The cost of the aluminum man that will do it and the material that we use, which in this case is a sealant, silicon sealant. Then another thing is you'll be able to know, for example, how many numbers of window are you dealing with? So it's as simple as that. I hope that is clear enough. Can we move on to, you have any question?
Yes, I have questions, sir.
Okay.
Now, what if the window is very big that one sealant cannot cover it?
That means that is the reason why you need to do on spot investigation on site, so they'll be able to see. Some window may be bigger than some, even some that are not bigger. The pore where the water is leaking may be many. So in that case, you'll be able to see, from that investigation to site, be able to see the extent of work that you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a QS now, our job is to know the price of the sealant and the amount the artisan is going to charge to apply it.
So as your job now, if you want to do the provide rate for this item is, let's just say in worst case scenario, in one sealant, you can see that sealant that like that one full part that is holding. Let's say one will finish, you will require one window.
Yeah.
And the plumber, the aluminum man that is going to do it, you are going to pay him 6,000 naira for the daily work. It's not possible that he's going to do one window in a day. So these are this. Let's just assume that. For example, if the window is at higher, where you will need scaffolding that is far, in that kind of work will not be convenient. So it may actually require more time. And in that case, there may be need for you to include here cost of scaffolding or something.
Cost of scaffolding.
A worktop, depending on that is why you need to do on-spot assessments on site to be able to know what you are dealing with.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we move on to another thing, or is there any other question?
Yes, sir. We can move on, sir.
Okay. Now, the next item among our preliminary provisional sum is this item, removal of clogs and blockade in soil pipe and waste pipe. I hope you know what is called soil pipe and waste pipe. Every pipe that take away waste from your
waste from toilet and bathroom.
Those are your soil and waste pipe. So to explain this also, I will share another small picture or video.
That's a special tele. It's okay, we hear. I want to remember it's okay, we hear. It's okay, we move that to the
Okay. This one is on.
Okay.
Okay, Assis, are you with me?
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, look at. Can you see some picture here?
Yeah.
Okay. So this accessory they are using, they call it plumber snake.
Okay.
It's a form of tools they will provide. They will put it inside the pipe. So anywhere you can see outlet, you see it. So if you go down to inside the pipe, can you see it?
Yeah.
You can see.
Yes, sir.
I believe that is one of the way to be able to understand the situation. Now, for you to do your pricing, so you talk of accessories. If it's a problem that is not as serious as that you can pass something like this inside your pipe and be able to remove the clog, and the water will drain. The water inside the pipe will be able to drain through. Then it's good. It's safer for you and is less expensive. Are you with me?
Okay. Yeah.
So in that case, you need to make provision for these accessories. Maybe you will need to buy it, or you will need to purchase it. Do you get? So let's say whatever it costs, you find out that they are selling that accessory, it will be here. In this case, let's say 6,000 naira. This cost, it has to be the current price of that particular item in the market. Or if you want to hire it, a higher cost that the person will give you per day.
Okay.
Are you with me? Then the plumber that is going to do it. The cost per day for plumber, let's say it's also 6,000 naira.
Okay.
Yes. So that means you already have two items. In some cases, the extent of damage of blockage may be so bad to the extent that pipe may get spoiled while you are trying to do it. Then you need to make provision for likely replacement of pipe. And when you are replacing pipe, you also need to replace fittings, the one you will use to connect it to the already network of pipe. So in this case, make a provision for 3 pipes and 4 fittings. So here in Nigeria, at least, depending on the diameter of the pipe, from 2005 upward, you can see a pipe. So let's say 3 number by 4 by 3,000. Then fittings, I said 4 of them, let's say at the rate of 800 naira. So like I said earlier, this is where you need to also do what is called on spot assessments to be able to see the extent of, because it's a provisional sum. Maybe you will need to go to the building, or you will ask from the client representative the likely length of the pipe. If that information is not available, maybe there's a drawing. Based on the drawing, you will see on the drawing how many toilets do they have. What is the height of the building? From that, I'll be able to calculate out the likely length, overall length of your waste pipe will be, and soil pipe. Do you get? So this,
yes, sir.
This will guide you in your provision. Either you are going to make provision for plumber's name, maybe 3 or 4 of them, or you are going to make provision for 4 days work for plumber, or I'll be able to see this length of the waste pipe is close to 500 meters, for example. So it's likely that maybe 10% of it, or a greater length of that 50 meters, depending on the height that is going and the extent of the blockage. Maybe you make provision, maybe 5 length of pipe will need to be replaced. Do you get?
Okay.
So
yes,
it's always good when you are at the tender stage, when you don't have information, even there is no much information, they normally allow the contractor that are bidding for a particular project to come for site visits. There, they will be able to tell you, you'll be able to ask questions about the renovation work you are going, the project you are doing.
Okay.
There, you'll be able to ask them what is the length of the building, if there is no plan, if there is no drawing. So you'll be able to make a reasonable assumption as per your costing.
Okay. Based on the, yes, I want to ask a question, sir.
Okay.
Based on the first one and second one we just did now.
Yes.
We are going to have the materials they want to use and the cost of the artisan.
Yes. That's
so what if the accessories? What if the accessories or the materials they want to use, like we have it in stock? So we are just going to use the cost of the artisan
And that is
use
why I
that as
put
a
like for example, in this one now, I put likely replacement of pipe fittings, and I put cost for pipe. I said pipe, let's say from 2,500.
like this one now.
Mm.
I'm thinking, do we need to add like additional extra money for the artisan? Because the 6,000 that we had there before is for the removal of clog.
No, removal of cloth. Okay, let's you can see it depending on the number of if the pipe is much. This one can be in cost per meter. But when you get the cost per meter, for example, by cost per meter, I mean this 2,005 for pipe, and then the cost of fixing the pipe or the labor cost, let's say is inclusive in this 3,000 naira.
Okay.
Do you get?
Okay.
For fittings, let's say fittings is 600 naira. Cost of joining one fittings to the pipe, let's say is 100 naira, thereabout. Do you get?
Okay.
So all is inclusive. All is inclusive here.
Okay.
So
okay, sir.
why the other one for this one is the cost of engaging the plumber for a day. You know, you don't know if you are going to actually need this.
Yeah.
You don't know until when you do your on-spot assessment. But at the same time, you can't underprice yourself.
Yes, sir.
All these questions will be clarified when you do your site visit. Maybe on your tender day, before the submission of tender, the client will invite you for visit to the site. There, you'll be able to see the extent of the problem. And you'll be able to make a reasonable assumption. All this things I say now is based on maybe just one, and maybe need for you to do more than one pipe, more than several lengths of pipe. Do you get?
Yeah.
But when you do your on-spot assessment, you'll be able to know the extent and the exact problem of the clogging.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So another one is replacements of faulty soil pipe and accessories. It's almost the same thing with this one also.
Okay.
So, but this one is it is sure that you are changing pipe.
Yeah.
And you are going to also engage a plumber to do that. So here also already, that is why I didn't make provision for. I didn't call it. I didn't say. I did not tag it as likely replacements. I said provision of pipe and fittings and refixing, e.g., 3 pipe and 4 fittings. So this one is certain that you are going to put pipe because they say the description says replacements of faulty soil pipe and accessory. That means you are going to change the pipe. So this one is sure you are going to change the pipe, but the length, the extent of the replacement is also not no. So that is why you need to do on-spot assessments, either through the drawing. From your drawing, you see the size of the toilet, the number of toilets, the height of the building, to discharge the weight, the discharge point. If there's a soakaway, if there's a sump, you'll be able to know how to calculate the length of the pipe. And out of the total length of the pipe, which of the pipe is faulty? Do you get?
Yes, sir.
So, is there any question on this also?
No, sir.
Okay. I believe that is also clear. So the next item is repair of faulty chambers. So I will be sharing Can you see my screen?
Yeah, but that repair of 40 chambers, that one is not lump sum.
I want to share a screen.
Okay.
Chambers. So your chambers can be made of concrete. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chambers can be made of concrete, something like a manhole shape like. Most of them in this part of the world, they come in 600 by 600 mm. their function is for them to collect waste from your toilet and leak it to your septic tank and soak away. Ibi tí ìdọ̀tí tó ń bọ̀ láti ibi tọ́ílẹ̀tì ẹ̀ tó máa kọ́kọ́ wà. Eléyìí báyìí máa ń wò lélẹ̀. Torí tó bá jẹ́ if it's a chamber, ó máa ní space kan, ihò kan máa wà níwájú níbà àtẹ̀yìn tí pipe máa gbà wọlé. But shape wọn náà máa ń jẹ́ the same.
Yeah, like the joint.
Ó máa ní hole, ó máa ní ojú sákù kan tí pipe máa gbà wọlé. Let me see if I can see another picture of chamber. Okay, RCC chamber. Okay, it's chamber. Well, there should be a hole for you to pass pipe. There will be a hole for you to pass pipe from your toilet to the chamber, and there will be another pipe that will pass from this chamber to your septic tank.
Yeah. So from septic tank to soak away.
Yes. Yes. So that is for these particular items. The difference between your manhole and your chamber is that manhole is just for you to have access, while chamber works to collect, to leak, to link. But manhole ó kàn fẹ́ fi wo network of pipe tó ń lọ tẹ́rí clog bá wà bá tí ìdọ̀tí bá kó sínú ẹ̀ wà lè ráyè lọ́bẹ̀ lọ kó gbogbo àwọn ìdọ̀tí yẹn jáde. But chamber òun connect ni ó sábà bí vessel tó gba waste láti inú ilé lọ sí septic tank. Yàtọ̀ tó wà níbẹ̀ nìyẹn, but they are almost the same shape. And they always come, most time they are always in square shape. So your chamber can be made with block wall. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it can be made of block wall or concrete wall. So if it is made of block wall, then if it is made of block wall, it means if this wall, you will get your total perimeter now. Let's say it's block. And the height, let's say this is 600 by 600, a square shape. So that will be 600 times 4 for you to get your running meter. Then let's say the height is 600 also.
Okay.
And let's say 0.6 into 4 by, let's say 606. That's 1.44. This is over measurement. You know why? The reason being that if you take 600 here, when you are coming here again, you will not reach this level. You have to less the wall here. You have to less the wall here. So you get your actual length, the actual perimeter. I hope that is clear.
Yes, sir.
So your actual length here will be, let me do one. 600 minus 0.6 minus 0.15 in two places. Abi? So our there 0.6.
But I think they use concrete here, not block.
They use concrete. Whatever, if it is even block or either concrete, or at least you will first get your guard. You get your perimeter. Abi?
Yes, sir.
So for these two sides, you know, here, let's say if you take here from here down, that is 600, Abi. From
600.
here down
Yeah.
also 600. So you have 1.2 from there. But this year, it will be less of 150 here, less of 150 here. Are we together?
That is,
So that
yes,
is
sir. That is,
300 here.
yeah. So that would be 300 in two places.
That is 600. So that will give you, the overall will give you 0.6 plus 1.2.
That is 1.8.
1.8. And let's say your height also is 0.6. Abi?
Yeah.
So if you are dealing with block, running out of time. If you are dealing with block, that means you are going to have 1.08 square meter of block work. And if it is concrete, that means you multiply this by 0.15 again, Abi, which is the thickness of your concrete. It will give you 0.16 cubic meter of concrete. So other things, let's say we are dealing with block wall or concrete, you get your block wall either in square meter or your concrete in cubic meter. Then there's a need for you to have a slab on top. Then there's a need for you to have a concrete base. Floor ibi tí kíní ẹ̀ máa wà, o máa ní láti fi PCC mass concrete sísàlẹ̀ so that kò ní máa jẹ́ wọlẹ̀. So yeah, o concrete ìsàlẹ̀. Then reinforcement o máa lò fún. Tó bá yẹ pé wall ló fẹ́ lò, o máa fi reinforcement sínú wall yẹn. O dẹ̀ lè má fi sí, ó depend lórí your structural consideration. But slab orí ẹ̀ máa ní reinforcement. So yeah. And form work, so we form concrete here, to have a concrete in it. So all these items built together, we give you a particular cost. And you already have a dimension, you have a size, you have a quantity. So you get the cost the total cost for each item will equate to one cost of one chamber of 600 by 600.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we will look at this later. We'll take a typical example to consider for a particular chamber of size. I will get a design for you. Then we build up the either concrete or block work.
Okay.
So later we'll deal more on that later on this. And the next thing is a repair of linking in water treatment tank. Water treatment plant tank. You know all these system pipe tank tó máa ń wà lórí kíní tá a bá fi ń gba omi nínú ilé. You can decide to You can decide to fabricate your own. If the liters is you need a massive liters that is bigger than what is obtainable in the market. In that case, you may need to get a welder to fabricate it for you. So the situation here is that maybe they already have a tank, but the tank is leaking now. So this is a specialist job. The best way to deal with this is to know the liters, how many liters the tank is, and to be able to find out from a welder the likely cost, the likely implication of repairing the tank, because the leakages may not be, maybe one spot, maybe more than one spot. You get?
Yeah.
So, but the best bet to deal about this is to get a specialist and get a quote from him. What you
hear me, sir?
Then the next thing is fixing of the AC drain pipe. Let me quickly share something. I want to see if you can. AC drain pipe.
Yeah, that pipe to man gbómi jáde yẹn.
Àwọn ti get ẹ̀, òun lélẹ̀ irú kan lélẹ̀.
Yeah.
Ó kàn lè jẹ́ nǹkan tí tó bá yẹ pé àwọn industrial AC míì ni wọ́n máa run pipe tó máa lọ sí inú ilé. But yẹn mí pé o máa ní láti do a thorough assessment to see. Tó bá yẹ pé pipe yẹn ló ń jò. But irú nǹkan tá a máa sábà ló ń bíbà lélẹ̀. Tó bá yẹ pé o mọ̀ pé system la máa ń lò tí kíní ẹ̀ máa wá ń ta. So a máa connect kíní ẹ̀ mi lé tó máa gba omi. Báyẹ̀ lè la máa change o. báyọ̀ omi inú ẹ̀ la máa dà kúrò lóyè báyọ̀ tí ṣó ti yẹ whichever
Ó ti yé mi, sir.
problem tó bá ní be able to assess it. Is there any question on this?
No question, sir.
Okay. So for this one, just the cost of if you want to replace the drain pipe, cost of repairing of getting a new drain pipe, and the cost of AC man, artisan, tó máa wá ṣe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is how you build
Okay,
up.
now, sir.
Yeah.
This is for the lump sum.
Yes.
So if you want to, let's say the actual rates that we are going to put in our lump sum now is the cost of this to purchase this item and the cost of the artisan that's going to fix it. That's all.
Well, there's another cost we call your profit and overhead. Do you get your profit?
Yeah, we are going to add that too.
You are going to add it to any cost. All these costs that we are mentioned, they are your raw costs. They are your raw costs.
Okay.
And you need to put your own cost of continue to be, which is the cost that will make you to continue to be in business. Is the cost that you are going to use to take care of the salary of your staff and for your expansion. So you call it profit and overhead. You add it to it. Then,
okay,
at the point of purchasing this drain pipe, for example, there may be need for you to incur logistic cost of bringing it to site.
Yeah.
You have to have.
So how do we like know the type that like the percentage we are going to use for the cost?
Well, it depends on your your company size and how competitive the tender may be. You know, another thing is the type of tendering you are doing. If it is a competitive tendering that is open, you know, you have many contractors. So if you go and put a high mark profit and overhead, you may likely price yourself out of the job. Do you get?
Okay, like what percentage is like normal percentage that you can add?
There's no normal percentage. It just depends on the size of your company. If your company is still small, it's small company, maybe it's 3 or 4 or 5 staffs. You know, the salary you are paying is not much. You can decide. You may be comfortable to charge like 5-10% markup that will take care of your office expenses, that will take care of your salary of your staff, fueling of your operational costs. So once you know you can be able to foot that with 5% or whatever percentage, you know, then you put 5% for your markup.
Okay, now, let's say the cost of this item is 20,000 naira and assumption of, and the cost of, let's say, the artisan, let's say the total cost is like 50,000 naira.
Okay.
So let's say we want to add like,
let's say you want to add 10%.
Okay, let's say 10%. So we are going to do 10% of
55,000.
Okay, so that would be 10% of that 50,000 naira.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I think we are running out of time. That's why I'm rushing.
Okay.
4 minutes. So the last item is your Fugora roof. Let me just see if I can. Roof Fugora. Can you see? So a form of like a vent, you know, when we have vent pipe.
Yeah, ventilation for
vent pipe will be able to allow air to flow into your pipe system of your toilet. But Fugora is like a drain that cover your pipe on the roof, so that waste, you know, waste material will not come into your pipe. So at times, this drain, this pipe may be blocked. So in that case, you will need to clean it. That is what they want us to do here. So it's still the same way. We are going to do assessments to see the extent of the blockage. And in that case, if there's a damage to the Fugora, you may need to provide another one you need to change the fibula.
Okay.
But for example, you need to also note here that because it is fixed to the floor, and in most cases, your roof floor, you normally put what is called felting. So when you remove this thing, you may disturb this, and you may need to re-screeding and re-felting. Do you get? So I believe.
Yes, sir.
So what we are going to do next is we are going to look at this critically, because there's a cost indication of redoing the felting and re-screeding, and we are also